In the ninth, having been set 202 to win.
Okay, we will, if you sports section, if you want to listen to that, we'll head to Wimbledon where Novak Djokovic is on court after the news with Lisa McCall.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
The voice of the UK and the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Both Labour and the Conservatives say they won't be fielding candidates in the Clacton by-election triggered by Nigel Farage's resignation. The Reform UK leader says he's standing down as an MP but will seek re-election so voters can decide if they still want him in Parliament. It's after questions were raised over his finances. Tim Montgomery is former editor of Conservative Home and is now a Reform UK supporter.
They're trying to destroy him by rumour and gossip and allegations without much foundation. And I think he's had enough of it. And rather than being sort of judged constantly by this sort of day after day allegation innuendo, he said, let's make this a democratic thing. Let the people of Clacton decide whether they want Nigel to carry on as their MP. And I think that's the sensible way of doing it.
Duke of Sussex and Baroness Doreen Lawrence have described a High Court ruling against the publishers of the Daily Mail and the Mail on Sunday as an obvious whitewash. They claimed associated newspapers had used unlawful methods to get stories, but the High Court judge says there wasn't enough evidence to prove the allegations. President Trump has again criticised NATO after arriving for a summit of the alliance's leaders in Turkey. He attacked the UK over the war in Iran, but heaped praise on Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. And the International Olympics Committee has provisionally lifted a ban on Russia imposed after the invasion of Ukraine.
Now,
it means
who will
athletes
be
are
the
eligible
last
to
team
compete
to
in
make
LA
it to the
2028.
quarter-finals?
The IOC
Live
yet
from
decided if the Russian
Vancouver,
flag and anthem
Switzerland
can be
take on Colombia in the FIFA World
BBC
Cup.
Radio 5 Live.
The voice of the UK.
Have your say on the country's biggest talking points.
Well, I would start that bigger conversation about who we are as a country and what we want for ourselves.
If you don't have a deterrent, you're more likely to go to war.
I was getting angry listening
Made
to the radio.
for
Well, it's so different to how it is now.
The voice of the UK.
Sponsors
If you don't ever do it, you won't ever win the big cups. We've got a manager who is just not prepared to change.
BBC Radio 5 Live.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
This is 5 Live Sports at the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
Argentina came back from 2-0 down to beat Egypt 3-2 to make it through to the last stage of the World Cup. We'll find out their opponents from 9 o'clock tonight when Switzerland and Colombia kick off in Vancouver for the last of the last 16 matches. Full commentary of that on the way. Let's head back to Wimbledon. Katie Smith.
Thank you, Mark. Yes, welcome back to SW19, day 9, first day of the quarter-finals. We are based up on the roof of the media centre, number 1 for glistening in the distance in this early evening sunshine. It's fading away now. Action fair, complete for the day. Centre court to the left, slightly there to the side. We'll be heading there shortly. It's normally notoriously breezy up here tonight. It is pretty still and still very hot indeed. 28 degrees Celsius. So we've got half an hour now here on 5 to wrap up the action so far. Earlier we saw Naomi Osaka knocked out by Karolina Mukova, so check the semi-final.